If you don't know what is happening in Tanzania as we speak now, I'll urge you to pay attention critically and see what actually is happening in Tanzania. Yamobi biya kwa badibasha 360 media. So near echoes of Tanzania and I'm say you pay attention and listen to it as the breakdown is done by Official Survivor. Credit to Official Survivor.
In Tanzania, is it true that Kenyans are moving from their country and crossing the border between Kenya and Tanzania into Tanzania to go and help Tanzanians to protest against their leader? Is that claim true? Because videos have gone viral, claims have gone viral. Another question, is it true that 700 people have been unalive in this fight for freedom in Tanzania? Let's have this conversation. What exactly is happening in Tanzania? First of all, there's a claim from the opposition, the main opposition party. According to the main opposition party, 700 people, brothers and sisters who are Tanzanian, have been unalive in the hands of the government during the demonstration which took place on the day of the election. And this protest actually erupted on the election day, the exact same day where the election was happening. People decided to protest. Now, this case is very different because it is not like the election is over and results are being declared. Then we say, no, we don't want that result. No, that is not what is happening in Tanzania. The people of Tanzania are saying that there was no election in the first place to begin with because the person, the main opposition figure, or the members, the lead figures of the main opposition are all arrested. The small opposition are being weakened. So it is just like a coronation. There is no election going on. So the people erupted. And some of the ministers, as I'm talking to you, their houses have been burnt. And result actually came out later. And according to the result, the president of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, has been declared as the winner of Tanzania's presidential election. According to the Electoral Commission, she won 98% of the votes. That's nearly sweeping the 32 million ballots that were cast on the day of the election. It was an election without transparency, as you know already. And the people say no. So there is protest going on even before she was declared as the winner. How do you declare someone a winner when there was no election? These are the questions that the people are asking. Now, after the protest erupted, reports are showing that 700 citizens are unalive in the hands of this woman. This is according to the opposition. There is no concrete, let's say, investigation independently on the ground to verify if truly 700 people are dead. So it is in the hands of the opposition. If this is true, that it was not a protest or a clash between police and protesters or military and protesters. It is complete genocide. It is unacceptable and must be condemned. This woman needs to listen to the voice of the people. The people are saying there was no election in the first place to begin with. Now, at the border of Kenya and Tanzania, that whole area is called Namanga. Reports from platform are saying that Kenyans are moving from Kenya and they're trying to cross the border into Tanzania to go and fight with them. And I'm saying, what exactly did the Kenyans smoke? If whatever these people smoke, then it needs to be studied in our schools. What kind of bravery is this? But lovely people, I think there was a misinformation somewhere. There is exaggeration and something. This post that people are posting about is from Facebook. Somebody just published it from Facebook and then it became a whole lot of things and platforms are posting it and all that. On the contrary, videos that I watch, the people of Kenya on the other side of the border are saying that the protest is affecting them here because the police are firing tear gas into their country because just around the border. They are not protesting. So if they want protest, they should take the protest to Tanzania. They should not bring it to Kenya. They are not protesting.
We have a challenge of protests from the Tanzanian side, and we ourselves do not have protests. We do not want protests at all. If they want protests, they should take it to Tanzania. But the Tanzanian police are wrong, because why would they lob tear gas from the Tanzanian side to Kenya? That is wrong.
So it is not the Kenyans going to protest with Tanzania people. It is the protest in Tanzania affecting the people in Kenya. Because some of the Tanzanians are fleeing, running into Kenya while their police are chasing them. So the whole thing, even there was fire burned around the border, even in Kenya. The whole thing has stepped into the border of Kenya, and the police are trying to handle the situation. So this claim that the Kenyans are moving into Tanzania to go and protest with them is, in some cases, they've said the police are stopping the Kenyans from going. No, I mean, verification shows that there's nothing like that. Some of the people who are interviewed, they say no, they are not protesting. So if you are protesting, the protest should be in Tanzania. It shouldn't come to Kenya. So this claim widely that the Kenyans are going in there, I mean, it is not verified. But what if they are going there? I mean, yeah, if your brother is in trouble, you need to go and help your brother anyway. But currently, there's no verified information confirming that. All right, even from the Kenyans and from media houses, even local media houses. I mean, there is no confirmation for that. So this word claim they know. But this is it. I don't know why it has to always be like this in Africa. Every time in Africa, it has to be, or they have to be bloodshed on the day of election. Most of the Africa countries, whenever there is election going on, then people have to die. Or after the election, people have to die. Why should it always be like that? After the election, somebody will reek and don't want to leave the power again. Power becomes so sweet. See, I always said that nobody is actually against you being in power for eternity. If you are impacting the life of the people, that is what matters. Because changing leaders and changing strategy all the time is not even helping this continent. But if you are there, you are not performing, you need to leave. The people speak and say, leave. You being there for long is not the problem. You not performing is the problem. And this woman came. She became the hope of the people, actually. When this woman came to office, she became hope. We thought something new is going to happen. And now, at least the men are disappointing. So a woman is in charge now. Something positive is going to take effect. But no, it became worse under her leadership. I say, if you see the convoy of this woman, it's like the whole country is going on vacation. The problem is that this woman is aware that if they should conduct fair and clean election, she will never win in Tanzania. She's power drunk. That is what's happening to this woman. The woman tasted power, and it is so sweet. It is so enjoyable. So she wants to seize it by all means, using the state institutions to have a way around. All the state institutions are corrupt under her leadership. The most painful aspect is that people are getting missing. When you criticize her, they will look for you. They can't find you again. No trace. They can't trace you. They can't find you. You are missing. Where did you go to? Your body will not be found anywhere. You are gone. Erased totally. You don't know how she's doing the thing. And the dangerous aspect of the conversation is that, according to the president of Tanzania, the people who are on the streets and they are protesting, these people are a stubborn group of people who want to cause chaos in the country, and they want to set disorderliness in the country, so they are going to deal with them. People hit the street instead of this woman to listen to them, calling them terrorist individuals, causing chaos in the country, so they are going to deal with them to bring order. I mean, Africa, there's a problem with us. This thing is becoming too much across Africa, that after election, there should be bloodshed. On the day of election, there will be bloodshed. Some countries, when election is getting closer, people are running out of the country. Like Togo, like this. When it is time for election, people will be running out of the country because there's going to be what? Chaos. Ivory Coast recently, when they want to do their election, they wanted to protest. The government disrupted the protest. The next thing we heard is that some of them are running into Ghana. Some are running into different countries. Why? Because there's going to be election. People are afraid for their life. Whenever there's going to be election, people have to be running away. Why should it be so? It is just because one person has decided to seize power. If not because of the goodwill of the military of Madagascar. Even in Madagascar, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed because the military was giving command to take them out. Cameroon, a lot of people are dead. I mean, what is the meaning of this? And in all these things, I'll keep on repeating. African Union is nowhere to be found in this conversation. African Union is nowhere to be found in this conversation. They are quiet. But let it be here, or let it come to the news, that the military took over the leadership in Tanzania. You will hear African Union becoming very active. Currently, as the opposition claim that 700 people are dead, African Union is not ready to investigate to find out if truly this is true. No, they are silent, waiting for the military to take over so that they can sanction and suspend people. African Union, to my best of knowledge, this organization is either we dissolve it and replace it with something, because this one currently is of no use. Example, in the case of Sudan, let me close with this. In the case of Sudan, do you know what is happening? It take the UN, foreigners, I mean people who are outside the continent of Africa, to be talking about it and holding meeting about what is happening on our continent. African Union themselves, they are quiet. And in regards to what just happened in Sudan, the whole world is talking about it. African Union is nowhere to be found. They are very quiet. You don't understand them. It's a problem, eh?
So thinking that it is only men that are power drunk, it has been proven that in Tanzania, as we speak now, things are not going well in Tanzania.
Family.
So that is the breakdown, and that is what is happening on the soil of Africa. Thinking that women will have empathy, sympathy, thinking that men are not doing the right thing. Men, when they come to power, they become power drunk and they don't want to leave. They become corrupt and a whole lot of things. Women will do better. This Tanzania president has proven us all wrong, that she has been fall victim to this whole power drunk stuff. So this is what happened in Tanzania. If you don't know, that is what Survivor Media has broken down to your knowledge. Short 360 Media, what do you think is the solution to these election bloodshed in Africa continent? Let's meet in the comment section and have a nice discussion. I'm out.